Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 16th of November. Every week I will look at the charts for a few different stocks as requested by you. Email us at mail@fairmontequities.com. There's a limit of one per person and there's no guarantee that your stock will be covered depending on demand. Also, just take note of our disclaimer, any advice is general only. First stock that we have today is Aurora. So this is one of our longer term holds. As you can see here on a weekly chart, for the last few years since listing, it's been trending higher. Still happy to hold it. It's displayed some nice charting patterns over the last few years. We can see here that it had a nice rally up. Congested, broke higher, underwent another bit of consolidation again, and then a few months ago it broke higher and is still trending higher. So still a stock that we're happy to hold. We can see here in terms of the couple of weekly candlesticks, a bit of indecision. If I move over to a daily chart, essentially we've had here's the previous resistance. So we've had a nice sort of move higher. It just looks like a little three-wave consolidation. Volumes are pretty low. So, nothing to worry about. Aurora should just continue trading higher from here. The next request we have is on Nanosonics. So I'll just move to a weekly chart. We could see the previous peak was last year, and it's come back in three waves. The first thing I've noticed is, it seems to be trying to break out of that, depending on where we put our downtrend line. We could say it's probably just broken up out of this corrective pattern. Just moving into a daily chart. I'll delete that line. So once again, we can see a fairly nice move over the last couple of months. We had this spike higher at the end of October, and all it's doing is just correcting against. So basically we've got 2 days up here, and then over a few weeks, the price has still been contained within these two candles. I'll just highlight what I'm talking about. So basically these two white candles represent 2 days up for the stock, and then over however many days that is, it looks like a few weeks, the shares are still contained within these 2 days. So that's fairly bullish. That's a good sign. And I think Nanosonics should head higher from here. The next request is Villa World. This is also looking pretty good. So generally been trending up the whole time during the last few years. If I just zoom back in, there was clearly some resistance around 250. So this first peak was sort of mid last year. It's had a few attempts, finally broken out. This is a weekly candlestick. And then for the last few weeks, the share price has just corrected back. So just like the other couple of stocks we looked at, nice move up. And then the recent correction is still contained within this bullish price action. Volume in the last few weeks is low, so you can't be too worried about this. So overall, Villa World is still looking quite bullish here. The other request we have is Myer. Now, this is this is a weekly chart. I'm just moving out for the last 5 years. We can see it's been terrible. $3 at the moment. It's down at 70 cents. Just moving back to a daily chart, I think where some people might be getting a bit excited is the fact that we had this nice move up in the middle of September, and then we've had this sort of three-wave correction on lower volume. So it looks like a low might be in place and that Maya might rally. This is fairly similar to the other few stocks. So with Aurora, Nanosonics, Villa World, I mentioned how there was a decent move up followed by a three-wave decline or a bit of congestion next to it. So we are seeing that with Maya, but the key difference is with the other stocks, they were trending up, whereas Maya's in a downtrend. So even though in isolation this price action looks bullish, when you zoom out, we can see that we're talking about a stock that's in this chronic downtrend. So definitely can't get too excited about that. Maybe it represents a low, but we could see here there's going to be a lot of resistance in the low 80s. So I think unless it starts pushing through that, maybe there's a trade there. But to be buying it here, it is a massive punt. I mean, you can buy it here and make some pretty good money, make a quick 15-20%, but it's a punt. The other few stocks are looking much better. Okay, and finally, Incitec pivot. So I'll just move out to a weekly chart. Coincidentally, this is a stock that we're reviewing at the moment, and we'll have a write-up in our research report next Tuesday. So if you don't get that research report, you can sign up to a free trial or purchase the research, but it is one that we're looking at most likely as a buy. We could see that there was a bit of, this downtrend line was broken a year ago. The stock has come back to retest it, and then it's had a pretty good run in the last few months. And on the back of I'll just move to a daily chart, and on the back of some surprising results a couple of days ago, we've seen it push through to a new high for the year. I guess the only problem is there has been a bit of price rejection from those higher levels. The market has been negative these last 2 days, so maybe we can blame that, but it'd be nice just to see a really good strong close in the next few days and just confirm that we are using this new level as a baseline and we're going to launch off that. And then if, as I said, we're looking at the company, if we're comfortable with the fundamentals, then there'll be a good match up there between fundamentals and technicals. So for the person who requested this stock, so far it's looking pretty good. If you're holding it, I'd stick with it. If you're looking to purchase Incitec pivot, then I'd be tempted to be buying it in the next few days, as long as it confirms that it can hold up at these levels. Okay, well that's it for today. Remember to send in your requests, and please make sure you do the right thing by your friends and share this page on Twitter, Facebook, and encourage everyone else to send me their requests, and I'll get it included in next week's video.